Hey everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome back to the channel. So I have something cool today. So I decided I needed a different way to exercise. So I picked up a mini trampoline. They're often called rebounders. And I picked up the JumpSport 350F foldable model. And so this is a great way to exercise. It's very low impact on the joints. You can actually get a really good cardio workout. It's good for, they say it's good for the lymphatic system. It's also good for if you have balance issues. It can help you, work your balance. And honestly, it's just fun. So I'm just doing a little bounce right now. This is called the health bounce. And you just kind of bend your knees softly and just your feet never leave the mat. With this bounce, this health bounce, your body just kind of enjoys it, and you can back and forth if you like. I love to do this. I love to twist a little bit. And I mean, you can lift your feet up a little bit, like I could do that, but I like the health bounce. This is the one they say is supposedly good for lymphatic drainage, so your lymph nodes, and because I guess I've been doing some reading, and the lymphatic system doesn't have its own like flow through the body. You just kind of have to move, like walking and stuff, and to get it to activate. But they do say that rebounding is a great way to do that. It's been around since the 80s, so it's kind of like it's new because it's been like people have just been like exploding with it lately, but it's also like 40 years old. So the whole concept. But I love this rebounder. It is so much fun to use. Like I said, it folds up. This one here was just a hair under 300, but it's got the frame and legs have a lifetime warranty. The mat has a 5-year warranty, as do the elastic cords that are on it. And I can also upgrade this if I want to a larger mat by just swapping out the mat and the cords and adding more cords. This is also tension adjustable. So I got it on Wednesday, and I kept it on the factory settings, which is the softest, which is still pretty solid. Not solid, but I don't feel wobbly, and I don't feel like I'm sinking into the floor, which is awesome. It's all black, which is awesome. And like I said, it's JumpSport. But it's an amazing way to just move. And honestly, it brings me back to my childhood when I used to do trampolines, like when we had them at the park, or we used to do trampolines when we were kids. So I have been loving this. They say 10 minutes of this, 10 minutes of a good, moderate-ish rebounding session is equal to about 30 minutes of running on a treadmill, give or take. The way I do it, it's probably closer to 15, 20 minutes on a treadmill, running or jogging. It's also about 20 minutes for swimming and 30 minutes of yoga, I think. I can't remember the numbers. But NASA actually used rebounders back in the 80s to help the astronauts get used to gravity again. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'll stop bouncing because I'm probably making people a little bit sick. So let me step off of here. Hold on. There we go. So yeah, that's my rebounder. I love it. It is fantastic. And it's because it folds up, I can store it. So right now, I have it, when I fold it up, it's in our living room right next to one of the chairs. But it's easy to fold and unfold for me. Unfolding it does take a little bit of effort. They do suggest to remove, this is a 30 cord bungee system. They suggest to open it, you remove unhook half of them. I did that once. It was a pain in the biscuit to put it all back together. It took me more time to put the bungees back, like loop them back through, than it did to open it without doing it, without removing them. And I have good arm strength now, so I can do it without an issue. One of the things I am going to be doing is adding some weights to this. They say that weights is another great way to kind of make sure that you get a really good calorie burn. So yeah, and the other cool thing, speaking of calorie burn, is with rebounding, you actually keep burning calories for a while after the workout. So that's pretty awesome. So my goal is to probably 4 to 5 days a week on my rebounder for the month of January. I weighed myself yesterday. I was basically 197 pounds. I don't like that. So I'm going to do a weigh-in at the end of next week, next Thursday, and see what I weigh, because I've also started tracking my food again. I think that's part of the reason that I got off track. I wasn't moving, and I wasn't tracking my food. So I'm not saying it's a resolution, but this rebounder makes it so much easier. You want to get up and move. You want to get up, and even if it's like 5 minutes, because it's a mood booster too. So I was kind of feeling a little and like not sad, but like tired, because it's like what, 2:45 here, and I just jumped on my rebounder and just did a few minutes with you guys, and it's awesome. So yeah, if you're looking for some advice on it, let me know. I can, tell you what I did, how I did it, where I got my advice from. And yeah, so anyway, all right, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye.